Who you scared of, Dave?
Me? I'm afraid of everybody. Everybody. Agency, mob, Cubans.
You just talk to us on the record. We'll protect you, I guarantee it.
It was a day that changed our lives.
I saw a flash of light in the bushes, and that last shot.
An act that shocked a nation.
The smoke came from behind the hedge.
A moment when time stood still.
It seemed like people weren't even breathing, like you were looking at a picture.
For one man, it became an obsession with truth.
You're the DA in New Orleans. Don't you think the Kennedy assassination's a little bit out of your domain?
A commitment to justice.
Nobody's going to tell me that kid did the shooting job he did from that damn bookstore.
A sacrifice of everything he had.
I think you care more about John Kennedy than your own family.
For everything he believed.
Nothing is going to keep me from going ahead with my investigation of John Kennedy's murder.
They tried to stop him from asking who.
I'll give you the name of the big enchilada, you know.
Do I have to spell it out for you, Mr. Garrison?
Then it's Bon Voyage Dino.
They tried to keep him from asking why.
That's the real question, isn't it? Why?
The government's gonna jump all over your head, Jimbo.
Why was Kennedy killed?
I was saying people are gonna kill us, Pop.
Nobody's going to kill us.
Who benefited?
You have any idea what you're getting yourself into, Daddy-O?
Who has the power to cover it up?
Now, we're through the looking glass here, people. White is black, and black is white.
People got to know.
I'm a dead man! I say let justice be done or the heavens fall.
JFK will open in theaters coast to coast December the 20th.
Much of what the world learns about the daily doings of British royalty comes from sensational headlines in London's tabloid press. David Frost found a much different picture when he went behind castle walls to interview the Duchess of York, better known to tabloid readers as Fergie.
I like the way that Andrew and I work because he goes to work and I go to my work, and we really tend to have a lot to talk about at the weekends.
Fergie works as a writer. Her newest book about Queen Victoria and Prince Albert is about to be released. She has also written a series of children's books called Budgie. Fergie told David Frost all about the royal pains and pleasures of being the Duchess of York. She says she's so afraid of the media, she shreds all of her personal letters.
Oh, yes, I take a shredding machine around with me everywhere. Absolutely, I do. No question. Everything is shredded. And I think that's very sad because, Andrew used to write me wonderful letters from the ship. When he goes to sea for 6 months, he writes good letters. But I haven't kept them.
The interview took place at the family retreat outside London. Fergie told Frost it's important for her to be able to escape from being a royal.
I can't do my life and do my work and go out and about unless I have that ability to relax.
Frost says he found Fergie very down to earth.
That she's very on the ball and very contemporary and very in touch.
He asked her whether she wants to match Queen Victoria's 9 children. Fergie was quick to respond.
Well, I better get going now, hadn't I? But just cut the interview down, I think. Yes, well, I don't think we're going to quite match 9. I think we're very happy with 2. Very happy with 2.
Fergie introduced daughter Beatrice, a big fan of Mom and her Budgie books.
Beatrice, what do you think of Budgie? You like it?
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it?
Do you like her hair short like that or long?
No.
She likes my hair long. You know why? Because Cinderella's hair's long, and she can brush Cinderella's hair. Can't you?
Who is she more like? Is it the eyes of one and the nose of another? Or...
Who are you like? Oh, I think you're quite like your papa, really, aren't you?
I look like Cinderella.
Cinderella. She looks like Cinderella.
Like Cinderella?
Yeah, everything's like Cinderella.
David Frost's interview with the Duchess, or Fergie if you prefer, has already aired in Great Britain. No word yet as to whether or not it will be shown in the United States. On our Inside Story tomorrow, a rare portrait of Michelle Pfeiffer, very successful on-screen, super successful off-screen, guarding her privacy.
I have a big problem with a lot of it other than, outside of the acting. The acting is for free. We get paid all the money for all the other stuff we have to put up with.
Michelle Pfeiffer, one of Hollywood's most alluring stars, tomorrow only on Entertainment Tonight.
Coming up next, these rock stars say their music can be dangerous to your health, and you'll hear why. And later, listen to what Tom Berenger has to say about filming sexy love scenes with Greta Scacchi.
Have you heard about Jimmy Dean light turkey and pork sausage? Something else. Lean cuts of turkey, fresh pork, And listen to this, 77% fat-free. And maybe most important, it tastes good.
You'll have fun making these new cupcakes. They're microwave easy with funfetti frosting and funfetti sprinkles. New Pillsbury Funfetti microwave cupcakes. Hey, cheer up.
Oh, boy. Somebody must think we're special because we got Post Raisin Bran. It's premium.
Premium?
Tastes great, right? Because Post only picks the big, plump raisins, not little ones.
No way.
Those big, crispy flakes. Look close.
Looks bumpy.
Well, that's a natural whole wheat in the wheat brand. Somebody sure must think we're special.
It's our mommy.
Post Raisin Bran. It's premium, and that makes everybody feel like somebody special.
You can find a new Toyota of your choice from the privacy of your living room just by calling 1-800-45-DRIVE, including the full line of new 1992s available now from Ron Tonkin Toyota. Over 200 to choose from, ready for your private inspection and test drive, including over 25 Corollas starting at only $79.77. It's all yours from Ron Tonkin Toyota just by calling 1-800-45-DRIVE.
That's right, 1-800-45-DRIVE. It's an exclusive new service we call TeleDrive. Simply pick up the phone, dial 1-800-45-DRIVE, and ask for the car you want just the way you want it. And in 30 minutes, that car will be ready and waiting for a private, no-strings-attached test drive. It's the fastest, easiest, most private car buying experience you'll ever have.
Ron Tonkin TeleDrive. Fast, easy, private. Call 1-800-45-DRIVE.
Once in a great while, a movie comes along that touches our hearts and lifts our spirits. The critics agree Paradise is that movie. They're calling it a feel-good, old-fashioned tearjerker. Touching, honest, and very special. Don Johnson and Melanie Griffith will win your heart. Paradise is the best film of the year. A masterpiece.
Yes!
Melanie Griffith, Don Johnson, Paradise, rated PG-13.
Now playing at a theater near you.
Everyone from teachers to ministers to moms has complained that rock and roll music will rot your brain. Now it seems that there may be some truth to their dire warnings, but the brain isn't the problem. It's the ears. Rock music has always been loud, but some fans are saying it's too loud, even dangerous. Several lawsuits have been filed against some rockers by audience members who say the loud music ruined their hearing. Meatloaf is the latest to be sued. The hefty singer played at a New Jersey college in 1989, and fan James Simone says his hearing has been impaired since then.
I've listened to his music for years, and we went to Sam, but it was played to a level to where it actually did damage, and I don't feel that was right.
Simone is seeking unspecified damages from Meatloaf and other parties. That's only the most recent in a flurry of suits that have included Motley Crue, David Lee Roth, and Neil Young. David Bowie was recently sued by a fan who attended this 1990 tour. Bowie laughed off the charges when interviewed along with drummer Hunt Sales of his new band, Tin Machine.
But it's like, you know, I went to this gig and they played rock music. I mean, I don't get it. What is it he expected when he got there?
But it's not just fans at risk. Some rock musicians themselves have been permanently damaged, says a group called HEAR, Hearing Education and Awareness for Rockers. They're putting out a video that includes hearing-impaired rockers Ted Nugent and Pete Townsend of The Who.
I've shot my hearing, and it hurts, and it's painful, and it's frustrating when, you know, little children talk to you and you can't hear them.
HEAR was co-founded by Dr. Flash Gordon, yep, that's his real name, who says more rockers than you think have been hurt by loud music.
Everybody's known for years that real loud sound and real loud music can cause permanent hearing damage. But musicians didn't want to admit it.
Gordon says it's unlikely that one loud concert will ruin someone's hearing. He himself plays in a local band, and he uses earplugs when he plays or attends concerts. Musician and producer Todd Rundgren, who also appears in the video, says he uses special headphones when he performs. But he feels that it's the responsibility of the audience, not the rock musician, to take care of their own hearing.
How can anybody not be aware of the effect of this stuff? They go to their first concert and they come out and their ears are ringing for 3 days later. You know, they certainly should be able to make an assessment of that before they get permanent hearing loss.
Meatloaf hasn't been served with a lawsuit yet, so his representative refused to comment on it, other than to say they would ask for an immediate dismissal.
Country star Ricky Van Shelton was saved from loud rock and roll by his older brother. All it took was a fast car. Now Ricky is taking a fond look back at his wild teen years in a new music video.
He was sitting beside me in the passenger seat.
Van Shelton takes a trip down memory lane for his new video, Keep It Between the Lines. It uses flashbacks to tell the story of a widowed father raising his son with the traditional values of his own dad.
It's really sending a message to people, like the line that says, believe in the things that are real. I mean, that's good advice to anybody in any situation.
Believe in the things that are real.
Ricky believes in using what's real as well, bringing lights, camera, and all the action of this video to his farmhouse just outside Nashville. After touring about 150 concerts this year, he says he's glad to have this chance to be close to home.
I just wanted this time at home because I've worked so much this year. And plus, I had all these built-in props with all my old cars and tractors and the junk I got sitting everywhere, so I had built-in props, you know.
Among those old props is a classic car he dragged out that used to belong to his older brother. The country superstar says his brother used it to lure him away from the rock and roll he played as a boy.
He kept asking me to go play some country music with him, you know, and I wouldn't go. I said, no, I don't want to go play no country music. I like rock and roll. And he said, well, I'll tell you what, if you'll go and play with us, I'll let you drive my car. And he had that Ford Fairlane with a 4-speed, you know, the high-performance engine. And I was, 15 years old. I said, sure, I'll go. And I just went to drive the car, right? But I kept on hanging around with him, and, I fell in love with country music.
Van Shelton has also fallen in love with ranch life, raising a special low-fat breed of cattle and restoring an old log cabin to its former state. He says he's also taking a cue from his song, which has hit #1 on the charts. When it comes to success, keep it between the lines.
Look straight ahead, work hard, pay attention what you're doing in life, and you'll come out good.
And keep it between the lines.
You gotta love the low-fat cattle. Ricky has one music goal he wants to achieve and has nothing to do with awards or record sales. He wants to record an album where he does it all, from writing the songs to the final production. He says it should take about 2 years.
Wedding bells are ringing on ABC, as you'll see in tonight's coming attractions. 2 of the stars of Pros and Cons are tying the knot, adding a little romance to this action-adventure series.
Do you take each other in holy matrimony from this day forward to be man and wife?
James Earl Jones and Madge Sinclair explore the pros and cons of marriage when the 2 Emmy winners say I do on camera. The wedding is just the latest effort to boost the ratings of this revamped series, known last season as Gabriel's Fire.
The marriage is about a continual exploration of who she really is, who he really is.
Jones and Sinclair march down the aisle on Pros and Cons tonight on ABC. Critics say Colleen McCullough has triumphed again with The Grass Crown. This time out, the author of The Thornbirds weaves a tale around the rise and fall of the Roman Republic.
It was very hard to do the research, but that's probably why no other novelist had really had a good bash at it.
McCullough's latest epic is available in bookstores this week. New on newsstands, Young and Modern magazine's poll of the stars its readers love and hate. Topping many of the lists, Madonna, voted worst dressed, the star with the most guts, and the star readers have had enough of.
Half of them just love her to death. On the other hand, lots of them just think she's gone way, way too far.
You can read all about it in the new issue of Young and Modern, which comes out this week.
Hi, this is Isaiah Thomas of the Detroit Pistons. Let's go 1-2-1.
And there's a new line of motivational audio tapes for kids featuring sports stars Isaiah Thomas, Boomer Esiason, and Joe Montana. The tapes feature tips on being a better player and a better person.
I want the kids to know that if you're going to be good at anything, it requires a lot of work.
Audio All-Stars will be available in stores this week. The publishers say they plan to continue the audio tape and poster series. The next group will feature entertainment stars.
The new movie, The Man in the Moon, is set in the 1950s. The times are changing, and so are 2 teenage sisters. Their growing sexual awareness transforms them from friends into rivals.
Hi there.
Hi.
The Man in the Moon is a nostalgic coming-of-age story. Newcomer Reese Witherspoon and Emily Warfield star as 2 sisters competing for the love of the same boy, Jason London. He says the film's skinny-dipping scenes were a challenge.
Who the hell do you think you are?
This is the Foster place, so if your name isn't Foster...
Well, it just so happens that it is.
It was hard enough doing a scene by myself where I had to run and jump in the water, and I had just this
like this flesh-colored like G-string thing on, and it hurt, and it was embarrassing because. But we was down there, we were joking with each other, and we had each other to make, you know, we were trying to make each other comfortable and everything like that. And we knew that they were going to do the shot very tastefully.
I want you to be the first boy to ever kiss me.
15-year-old Reese says the director surprised her by having them rehearse the kissing scene their first day on the set.
Mr. Mulligan sat us down on this blanket. This is Louisiana. We didn't even know each other. And he was like, okay, kiss him now. And I was like, I don't want to kiss him. I don't know who he is. It really makes you nervous. Okay. So, you know, we just kind of did it. And after about 8 times, it was just old habit, you know.
How's that?
Perfect.
But while the film has its erotic moments, Jason says he hopes audiences will leave theaters with a renewed appreciation of family.
It's too easy to love someone once they're gone, you know. And I think everybody should love each other when they're alive, you know, and show that love to each other. And I want people to walk out of here and just maybe go home and give their mom a hug, or go home and give their dad a hug, or something like that. You know, that's what I like.
Well said. The Man in the Moon began playing in selected cities last week. It will open in theaters around the country later on this month.
Next, how high will Tom Berenger and Greta Scacchi turn up the heat?
Free movies from Blockbuster Video. Yours with any VCR or camcorder purchase at Smith's. That's right, you get 12 free movie rentals from Blockbuster with any VCR or camcorder from Smith's. Blockbuster Video has the Northwest's best selection of movies, from classics to the latest releases. And there's a Blockbuster Video near you. But first come to Smith's for a great low price on a name brand VCR or camcorder. You'll find just what you want and receive 12 free movie rentals, because nobody cares like Smith's.
Hey, nice suit. Expensive?
Not at Burlington Coat Factory.
Designer dress. Cost a lot?
Not at Burlington Coat Factory.
Wow, great outfits. Cost your mom plenty?
Not at Burlington Coat Factory.
But why do they call it Burlington Coat Factory?
Because they have more thieves than anybody.
Besides, ever try to say Burlington ladies, men's, kids, suits, shirts, sportswear, linens, dresses, furs, slacks, Coat Factory?
To test for perfect pasta, some people use hit-or-miss methods. But this isn't the way to make sure your pasta is just right. This is, because when you choose American Beauty, you can depend on the pasta to turn out perfect. Great. Every time. For over 75 years, American Beauty's been pleasing families meal after meal. So make sure our pasta is your pick of the pastas. American Beauty. Perfect every time.
It's a whole lot more than a 4-door. It's a great new way to the great outdoors. Think of all the things it's perfect for. It's a whole lot more than a 4-door. The new Expo LRV Sport Wagon from Mitsubishi. Maneuverable, comfortable, just the right size. It comfortably seats 5. It's also available with all-wheel drive. Even if you're just going to the store. It's a whole lot more than a 4-door. The Expo LRV Sport Wagon from Mitsubishi. The word is getting around.
You're watching Coin TV, Portland, Vancouver.
Tom Berenger says there is a secret for survival when playing the pivotal role in the intense drama Shattered. He says you have to inject some humor into the proceedings. But it was no laughing matter when it came to the steamy love scenes with his sexy co-star. Tom Berenger plays an amnesia victim trying to rebuild his life with wife Greta Scacchi. The movie is a suspense thriller, but Berenger found ways to work humor into the plot.
Wherever possible, because it is, you know, such an intense drama, that we just look for little moments to put a little humor in, you know, just to balance it out. Because if a movie's too intense, people just get crazed by it, you know. There's got to be some lightness in there.
Welcome home.
You are a private investigator?
Yeah.
Bob Hoskins also stars as a detective helping Tom figure out whether gorgeous Scacchi can be trusted.
Okay, so she had an affair.
You've never had an affair, Mr. Merrick?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I did. But I can't remember who with.
Berenger's used to being a leading man, but in Shattered, the shooting schedule proved grueling.
I worked 55 out of 56 shooting days, and it's exhausting. Yeah, I mean, in every shot, I think, virtually. I looked through the schedule, and I was looking for some daylight there.
Berenger is busy, but he says he manages to find work without trying.
I went on a vacation to Ireland, and then, of course, I got a job when I was there. First 3 days in Dublin.
That assignment was in the field opposite Richard Harris, which, with Born on the 4th of July, was among the recent supporting roles he's played. As for his current work opposite Scocchi, he won't get specific about their love scenes.
A couple of bed scenes. Yeah, we all know what that's about. No need to describe those, I suspect.
You'll be able to see Shattered, steamy love scenes and all when it arrives in theaters around the country tomorrow.
The movie 29th Street is a comedy about an Italian-American family with too much good luck. At last night's premiere, star Danny Aiello was the symbolic father of a family of actors celebrating their good fortune. In New York, Aiello, along with Lainie Kazan, Frank Pesci, and Anthony LaPaglia, came out for a screening of 29th Street. For Danny, all opening nights are nerve-wracking.
Whenever I see myself on the screen there, I don't know why I make so much money.
In Long Beach, California, Nell Carter opened her revival of Hello, Dolly. She's proud of the show's interracial cast.
I don't think there should be an all-white cast, all-black cast, all-Latino cast any longer.
O.J. Simpson, Regis Philbin, and Kathy Lee Gifford were in New York to honor boxer George Foreman. It was at a fundraiser for the Mark Bonaccani Miami Project to cure paralysis. Mark's dad, former Miami Dolphins great Nick Bonaccani, was also on hand. Foreman loved the attention.
It's a pleasure to even be considered a legend in your sport.
Also in New York, star athletes Jackie Joyner-Kersee, Greta Weiss, and Nadia Comaneci showed up for the 12th Annual Women's Sports Foundation Awards Dinner. Presenter Katie Couric of Today was also doing a little homework for her NBC anchor role at the 1992 Olympics.
I'll be working in Barcelona next summer, so I thought this would be a good time for me to get acquainted with some of the faces behind the names in sports.
Critics have dubbed USA Today the McPaper, and even though the ET Insider is among its loyal McReaders, he's beginning to wonder what in the McDickens is going on in editorial meetings these days. This week, USA Today took a front page peeking at the personal to report that 50% of Americans look in the medicine cabinet when visiting friends, and a whopping 69% go tinkle in the shower, presumably their own, not at a friend's house. 2 weeks before that, there was a probing report headlined Probing the Proboscis, letting USA Today readers know breathlessly that genuine university researchers are on the brink of a study of rhinotelexomania, better known as good old nose picking. Don't blame the Insider, folks. He's just reporting what USA Today is reporting, sort of nitpicking on nose picking. Nonetheless, the Insider is getting nervous reading the paper in mixed company and is thinking about requesting his daily USA Today delivered in a good old-fashioned plain brown paper bag.
You can find the new Chevrolet or Geo you're looking for from the privacy of your living room just by calling 1-800-45-DRIVE. You'll find special year-end prices on over 350 Chevrolets and Geos, including 30 Geo Storms starting at only $86.10. Just call 1-800-45-DRIVE, and in 30 minutes that car will be ready for your private, no-obligation test drive. Just call 1-800-45-DRIVE.
That's right, 1-800-45-DRIVE. It's an exclusive new service we call Teledrive. Simply pick up the phone, dial 1-800-45-DRIVE, and ask for the car you want just the way you want it.
And in 30 minutes, that car will be ready and waiting for a private, no-strings-attached test drive. It's the fastest, easiest, most private car buying experience you'll ever have.
Ron Tonkin Teledrive. Fast, easy, private. Call 1-800-45-DRIVE.
Now, the grand opening of the most exciting furniture store in America. The all-new Rubenstein's in the all-new Lloyd Center. All Rubenstein stores join in this event. Whatever style is your style, it's on sale at serious savings with no down payment, no monthly payments, and no interest until March 1992. And register to win $10,000